Hey, good morning, everybody. It's day 17. It's March 1st, so it's hard to believe that that calendar has flipped. My goal was to be 100 miles by March, and I'm at 134, something like that. Anyway, but should be going down into Knock today and checking that out. Should have the opportunity to upload a couple more videos and get some good food, and then a long climb up. There's a really extreme incline out of the Knock. We're going to try to get 2 more days to Fontana and then spend the night in a place before we hit the Smokies. So that's the deal. Sunrise. It's kind of cool being outside and seeing every sunrise and sunset. All right, first big climb of the day. I'm going to show you this. You get a really good shot of Clingman's Dome, which is in the Smokies, and we'll be hitting there in a few days. Check this out. There it is. So it should be downhill from here into the NOC, and we'll check that out when we get there. But I'm pretty sure, I would think it's the Nantahala River that goes right through there, and there's a store and shop, but I've never been there, so we'll check it out. I want to tell you, I just wanted to show you this. This is the trail. I'm coming down this, but this is no joke. Like, see that blaze on that rock? It's literally a climb. And then you got freaking cliff on either side of the trail. And then you get, if you're like me, you get looking at the pretty stuff and you can't pay attention to what you need to be doing. Man, I hope this isn't this way going up the other side, but it probably will be. Okay, I debated with myself whether to share this, but I thought, heck, might as well give you the full gamut of it. I have been pretty good health-wise, physically, but I'm not gonna lie to you. This morning, yesterday, I did something to my foot, so it's been bothering me. This morning I woke up, my back was hurting, and then coming down this mountain, I started getting what you call a hot spot. And so I'm gonna at least forgive the nastiness, but let me show you what's going on. All right, if you're grossed out by feet, this may not be for you, but I got a little hot spot coming up right here. And it's not going to get better, so I'm about to put some of this. It's KT Performance, KT makes that tape. This is just, it's kind of like moleskin. You just stick it right on there, and hopefully it'll keep it from getting worse, because that's what you don't want. You end up with a blister, and it's not only uncomfortable, but then you get dirt in it, and it gets infected. And so anyway, so that's what's going on with me right now. So just trucking along. It's all part of it, but hopefully I have what I need to get me through it. Have a relatively flat section right here, so I was going to tell you, one of the things about through hiking is you can send packages along the way. And so where I'm going, the NOC is a place you can mail packages. Matter of fact, Bit, the guy I've been hiking with, his wife had sent him a package, so he's looking forward to a food supply there. And years ago, that was a very common practice because there just weren't as many places to facilitate getting food and resupplying and that kind of stuff. So you'd have to, a lot of people would pack boxes the whole way. And you can also do what you call a bounce box. So let's say Bit gets his food today and he has way more than he needs. Well, his options are he could throw it away, which isn't real smart. He can put it in what we call a hiker box. That's kind of like if you see it, it's yours. And that's how hikers give back to themselves a lot of times, Like, for example, I bought a box of Pop-Tarts, and I didn't need all the Pop-Tarts in there, so I just left the others in the hiker box, and so somebody else will grab them. Or he could bounce it up, meaning he could take what he didn't need right now and send it up to the next place. So he'll have another box waiting for him up the trail. And I think when we get out of the Smokies, Hot Springs is a town where we go right through. So anyway, just thought I'd tell you a little bit about that. It's kind of interesting just how people manage. Well, this is the NOC, or the knock. This is, I'm inside the outdoor center. I think there's a general store, an outdoor center, a couple of stuff. What's up, Johan? Yeah, I'm gonna crash for y'all tonight. And I'll tell you about that, but because I kind of changed plans a little bit. You know, listen to your body, and I'm listening to my body, and my body's screaming at me a little bit. So I'll tell you about that later. But let me show you around in here. So there's downstairs, clothes, and this is all this, you know, see, kayaking and all that kind of stuff. And then here's this backpacking stuff. There's your mountain houses, sleeping bags, so you could completely redo your stuff. This is what I was telling you about. This is the hiker box, where anything in there is kind of have at it, but it looks like it's been picked over. All right, this is part of the process of getting into the Smokies. You have to have a permit, and so I'm here at the NOC Outdoor Center, and so just follow those directions, and this young lady is helping me out. And so now I have this permit, which I have to drop in the box once I reach or go over Fontana Dam. So I'm coming out of the outdoor center, and as you can see, that blaze, so that means the trail is going over this bridge and over the river. Now, one of the problems I was telling you earlier about the packages being sent. So Bit ran into a problem where his package wasn't here. So that's one thing that's just so tough. It's so hard to time where you will be and that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is beautiful out here, beautiful day. Looks like there's a lot of people that can come hang out. All right, so this is home for tonight. These are the bunk houses at the NOC, and it is really just like summer camp, or at least the summer camps I went to. I mean, there's a room, it's got 2 bunk beds, and then there's a shower and bathhouse, and there is a base camp kitchen, they call it, right up here, where you can go in and cook your food and that kind of stuff. You can see they got drink machines, and so luxurious compared to what we've been doing. But I think split 4 ways in one room, it was $23 a night or $28 a night, something like that. But that's for tonight, and so I've split up from my 2 beards and Bit. I'm sure I'll see them down the trail, and but that's just how it goes. Everybody's got to hike their hike. Certainly gonna miss them though. All right, so a little update. Talk about some trail magic. One of the guys that I've hooked up with, Coasty, somehow he's got a friend that and she's driven up here, and man, we're about to have some steaks. So check this out. All right, so check this out. No, Coasty's a vegetarian, but he looks like he knows what he's doing with the beef.
I can cook some steaks, my friend.
That's awesome.
I wasn't always a vegetarian.
That's awesome.
Wasn't always a vegetarian.
And there's yours, the mushroom.
Yeah, that's. Oh, yeah. Thank you for
that. You got it. That's Johan. And that's Da Vinci. Show why you're Da Vinci.
I am Da Vinci because of
Leonardo da Vinci. What is that called? The human man or something?
Man in motion.
Man in motion.
Fitting for the trail.
And this is a sweet young lady that has brought all this stuff. Thank you so much.
To these awesome hikers. Yes. AT. Yeah.
Just having a little breakfast. All right, good morning. I'm leaving the knock. You know, my initial plan was to come through, resupply, and then go up and over yesterday, but my body was just saying, take it easy a little bit. So I did feel a little bit better. My lower back's still a little tight, but you know, I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. Certainly can't stop on account of that. We just need to keep an eye on it. So don't worry, I'm not gonna try to be a hero. I know some of you are gonna Miss Gunter, I can just hear you. But anyway, so getting up to Mount Chihoa, I think, is the top of this. This is a really long uphill today. So looking forward to having this behind me, but I'm just gonna grind it out. I may not record that much. I found that that the less I look at my phone, the better, because sometimes I look at my phone too much and checking where I'm at and how far I've gone, and it's like watching water boil. And so at a minimum, you can check out when I get to the top. And I've got my Van Halen set for Top of the World, so I can play that song when I hit the top and celebrate a little bit. I'm gonna try to get 10 miles, and but we'll just see how it goes. But it is another day, another adventure, and I missed the trail, so I'll be back up. Hence the name U-turn. Now this is pretty cool. This is the first bit I've seen. That green on that tree, that's called a resurrection fern. And it's called that because when it's dry or doesn't have moisture, it'll go brown and look like it's died. But then as soon as it rains, it'll spring back to life and it'll resurrect. So that's pretty neat. You can see that a lot of that around where we're from in Warner Robins if you look up in the trees and stuff. But resurrection fern. All right, went up about 3,000 feet and a little over 8 miles, so we're over 5,000 feet. They claim this is the best view south of the Smokies, so we got Smokies to look forward to, and this is called, what's it called, Chihoa? Chihoa Bald, I think. Yeah, so check out the view. Some kind of fire or something going on. I think Coasty forgot to put his fire out. It's beautiful. But this is a prime example of a bald where nothing's growing. There's all kind of different, theories into how it occurs, but it's a bald. Isn't it crazy how there's no trees right up here? So anyway, we're gonna chill out here for a while, and I'm gonna turn on some Van Halen and listen to Top of the World, because I am glad to have that behind me. It feels good. All right, so we're loading up for water, and check this out. And this is pretty common. You might see a PVC pipe, but this looks like a garden hose. Mm-hmm. And this is 511 just filling up, and it gets an opportunity to get his water, and then he'll filter it, and it'll be good. But obviously, it just makes it a little bit easier with that.
It sure does.
That tube.
I use this.
All right, well, it has been a good day. Left from the knock this morning and got up there. Beautiful hike, long hike. Only did about a little over 10 miles today, and going to do about 11 miles tomorrow to get picked up. But did get a couple of extra things. I was having started to have I think I shared it with you, a little issue with blisters. And so I got a couple things. One is these fancy, well, let me just show you. Forgive my feet again. One is these, what they call gaiters. And isn't that a beautiful floral color? It looks like Edith Bunker from it looks like a blouse that Edith Bunker would wear in the early 70s. But anyway, but it keeps from getting shoes and, rocks and dirt and stuff in your shoes. But then I also got, to help with, I was having a little bit of blister issue. How about these fancy socks? They're called Injinji or something like that. Yeah. But they seem to help a little bit. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but they were interesting putting on. I've never had toe socks before, but I feel fancy. So anyway, but another great day is down, and found a little campsite, and for the end of another great day.